I don't have a keyboard. I can't do what I just tried to do.
You can pull up an on-screen keyboard.
No, it's what I did, but I went to actually touch it with my hand to like type it in and use the up arrow, and I was like, I can't do that.
On-screen keyboard's the best.
25 to grapple his face.
Sure, you will successfully grab onto his armor of sorts.
But
it's not. You're gonna use your reroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down.
Remember, guys, you do have one reroll left. You do have one reroll left. In order for us to get that next reroll, we have to hit 185 subs. Yikes! Yikes! If we hit 185 subs, that will unlock an additional reroll.
2 subs, man.
You also have inspiration.
What the fuck? What kind of odds is that?
Really good considering this group.
Yeah, and I hate that. Bub, is it enough, or do I have to use inspiration?
It's not enough. That is not enough.
Will it be enough if I use inspiration? Is it within the margin of use?
Potentially. Potentially.
I don't want to fall.
Well, RNGesus is saying, get ready.
Bubbernaut got a 5 on the inspiration.
That's going to put you at 16. The DC is at 15. You've succeeded.
Ah! Thank God.
You've succeeded. You began to slide as well. In fact, it's likely that he would have slid a bit further to the edge, likely to the tips of his feet, gliding over the edge. Pathos, your bodies cease as Sunn stabilizes, holding on to you and himself. Jerrod, you would probably also be witness to this. You see them sliding. Remember, they've continued doing this. How would you respond here, Jerrod?
At this point, the first thing Jerrod would do is move up along the wall above the path that they started sliding on, jam his gauntleted fingers into a crease of the rock, and then kind of lean out and use that reach to try and grab some part of the good doctor.
Sure. If you could please give me a perception. Give me a perception.
Sure. I love those.
Thank you very much, Christy, for putting Carta into the Bub Tub. Carta, you're officially a Bubscriber. Welcome to the Bub Club. Hop up in the Bub Tub, get yourself a Bub Scrub. Thank you so much, Christy. That's very kind of you. Carta, it's your chance to hold on to this. If you save onto that coin, invest a little bit further, you can find yourself in the chest. A little bit of booty is never a bad thing. Jerrod, you find a spot. It looks to be safe enough for you to grab onto, or at least to wench your fingers into to grab onto your ally. Give me a reflex, please, to catch him. Wow, very good, very good. I was anticipating far worse. Far worse.
I'm good in the clutch.
Good in the clutch, indeed. Christy putting another person into the Bub Tub. Shadow in Blue, you're officially a Bubscriber. Welcome to the Bub Club. Guys, that will put us at 185. That's going to unlock a second luck roll.
Nice.
Yes!
Remember, additional luck rolls every 5. So if we hit 190, 5 more subs will put us at a third luck roll.
So he ended up catching Sunn, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then you ended up catching me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
The whole chain. No, Klaus has to catch Jerrod.
If he has the opportunity and he can see that they're, they have a good grip on each other, he'll start going ahead and trying to haul them back.
Quick cast tractor beam.
Okay. So you've got a hold of him. I need to know what this looks like from Deia's end. Deia, what do you do? Klaus, how about you? Do you also spring into action, or do you just pause?
Ain't nothing springing about me.
Join the conga line, dude.
I too would not want to add any weight if I did fall and I was behind everyone. I'd pull the domino effect. I just kind of want to stand still and wait for them to get their bearings before continuing forward.
So picture this, right? You're
Kinda like
holding
where it's
two
going.
people as they're trying with all of their weight to fall forward, and then a 700-year-old geriatric grabs onto you. It's like putting on a turtleneck that's just a little too tight.
I got it.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose I could go Master Roshi again and rage, but really, who wants to see that? He said, knowing everyone did.
Okay, sounds good. You guys did, in fact, create a bit of a conga line of safeness.
Alright.
Jerrod is currently at the lead.
Look, we're on a support network here.
I need... Hold on. Pathos, I need from you a fortitude save. As you've hit the lip of this spiraling bowl, you can feel this tinge, a pinch in the back of your throat. Your nose wants to twist and recoil.
18.
Very good, very good. You managed to save. There's an excessively foul vapor that's emanating from the acidic pool below.
I can't type emotes.
I'm going to need fortitude saves from the next two people there as well. So Sunn and Jerrod.
What is it? A poison?
It's not a poison.
What kind of clarification?
I hate to say this. I'm going to go ahead and use my inspiration and
Okay.
buff that 15 up.
Sure, go ahead. Make a roll.
Yeah, because the fighter is not going to fail a fortitude save, okay?
I hope not.
Is it
Good.
disease?
It's not disease.
It's smell.
Yeah, if it's just fucking like some raw egg smell, then.
Sometimes you just gotta make the roll.
Dude, this is where all the Noel shit goes.
Trust in your god.
Forever.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm just making sure.
Bubber be his name.
Oh, come on. From a
Technically,
Game
at this point, you
From
could
a button.
you could get inspiration from Pathos. If Pathos were to throw his inspiration to you, he could, but it's his call. If he does so, it would be a D4 in your favor.
Yeah, he can take it if he wants.
Will you take it? That is not enough. Okay. 3 inspiration down, 2 to go. As you are struck by this wave, this vapor that emanates from the acidic pit below, it seems to burn with stringence against your nostrils. It tickles the back of your throat at first, but then it starts to burn on the way down. It's harsh to your senses. Your eyes are watering. Your nose is running. You've got a burn in the back of your throat. Roll a d6, please.
He just sucked down straight up sulfur.
Multiply that by 2, and that's how many minutes that you were sickened. So for the next 8 minutes, you were sickened. You know what sickened does?
I'm not sure if my doctor's mask prevents that. I don't think it does.
I don't think it does either. The sickened state in itself, I believe it only provides you with a -2. I believe. Let me double check. I don't want to presume to know.
Right now.
You take a -2 penalty on all attack rolls, weapon damage rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks.
So
Basically just a flat -2 across everything.
Would a +1 have done anything to it?
That would put you at 11, 12, 13, 14 negative. It would not have.
Okay, then never mind. My mask isn't helping me.
Not this time. Though it definitely puts you closer. Are you within 4 points of succeeding? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. As this happens, you guys are this fall. As this is going on, you're creating this bluster, this almost wave of force that's causing more of this vapor to emanate up. I'm gonna need a fortitude save from Klaus and a fortitude save from Deia. No, this is not a sickness. No, this is not a poison. Deia destroys it.
a goddamn arms race.
It smells like my old house. It smells like grandma's.
Oh my god. And Klaus does similarly so. You guys succeed. What's next, boys?
As I get my footing,
start hauling them up.
yeah. As I get my footing back, and I sit back, I guess leaning against the furthest wall. I'll look over to Sunn. Thank you for that. Was a bit of a blunder.
When you turn to look at Sunn, you're gonna see his face be remarkably green. You can't see behind his doctor's mask, but you can see his throat kind of
Like
forcing
heaving.
something down, like the.
Yeah.
And you can see him like start to sweat a bit. He goes,
Pathos, knowing that you're on the edge, eyeing Sunn for everything that he is at the moment, nobody has to make a perception for this, but I will need an immediate reflex save from everyone. Deia succeeds.
32.
Pathos succeeds.
11.
Sunn succeeds.
12.
Klaus and Jerrod, you do not. Are you within range of succeeding with your inspiration? The answer is yes. Klaus. Jerrod.
I just
I've already
reroll
burned
mine.
mine.
Yeah. As you've stabilized your ally, as you're beginning to descend into this very slick, almost... I almost want to say that it's got a slight like layer of ooze to it, right? This acidic vapor has coagulated over the surface of the stone, and it's congealed in a way that almost feels as if it's been like schlicked down. So it sort of automatically allows you guys to start sliding. But every few minutes or so, a tone, this very deep, bassy, wind-sounding moan emits from these rear pipes. You hear a across the chasm. And as this happens, it visibly causes your eyes to shake. The sound pressure is so intense that you feel a ringing in your ears, and your eyes are shaking in front of you. Jerrod and Klaus, you two have failed your reflex save. You immediately fall.
Fall over the edge?
No. You've lost your grip on the wall, and you fall down. Remember, with your weight, the momentum of you falling, it's going to be up to Sunn to do something about this. And Klaus, with an ethereal plop of old fucking flesh and bone, you basically just hear like this wet sound, like this gumdrop that is Klaus in the back, slap the stone. And Klaus, much like the Roomba, you begin sliding into the pit with little holding you back. The only thing that's keeping Jerrod from immediately falling into the pit is the stone and his armor grating against it. Klaus, I will need a reflex. Deia, give me a reflex. Jerrod, you're starting to slide. Sunn, you feel pressure from behind you. Jerrod is gliding against you. Sunn, what do you do?
The moment I see Jerrod fall, I'll the moment I see him like he's about to hit the floor, I'll snap my fingers at him and I'll cast Levitate.
Okay. All right. Jerrod, do you resist spell?
No. Right now, I'm just kind of scrabbling at scrabbling at this sludge, like fuck.
Well, that's the thing is, like, you don't naturally, like, you're not seeing him cast the spell, so inherently your body is resisting everything that's going on in the situation. Is there a save, Pathos, against Levitate?
Yeah, it is. Oh no, saving throw, none, spell resistance, none.
Okay, then there's nothing. You immediately feel your body lift off of the ground. It's not by a lot, it's just by mere inches. But you begin to levitate. Up top, Klaus, after your initial slap and slide, You reach out and grab onto something jutting into the stone, and Deia leans down quickly, grabbing on to whatever you have, probably your backpack at this point, preventing you from sliding into the pit.
I pictured picking him up like you know how the dogs have extra skin on the scruff of their neck? Just picking him up by the extra skin on his neck.
Look, man, I got brittle bones
Fucking
and a
wild
close spine. You should probably
Just looks like he has
grab
a
handful of
facelift.
rope.
Just. Yeah.
Pathos,
Jerrod
give me a perception.
hovering mere inches in the air over the pathway. He's going to look around. Should we go ahead and get out the rope? I vote we should get out the rope.
27.
Pathos, as after you've cast this spell, you do everything that you need to emit this arcane magic quickly so. When you hear something grating against the stone below, and you hear this almost goblin-like laughter, you hear a from deep in the chasm below.
Well, gentlemen, my lady, it seems that we have an unwanted guest in this cavern.
Oh.
I'm fairly certain we're the unwanted guest, but yes. But first, let's get down off this. Please.
Agreed. Everyone's stabilized right now, right? We're all good for the moment?
Yes.
I'll set Jerrod down slowly, so that way he's like in a sitting position on the stone. I'm going to then take out my climber's kit, and I'm going to start putting like notches into the wall, so that way we can like take our time sliding down. I'll also use the 50-foot rope to give us more
sure,
like
that makes
guidance.
sense.
So yeah.
So essentially you're creating like a pitten scalar wall.
Yeah, essentially, but it's going to be like, since we're going to be sliding more and more.
Basically a handrail.
Yeah.
along
Yeah.
That's what I'm
But-
gathering.
Yeah, and we'll take our time kind of sliding down the bottom so we don't like increase speed and all that shit.
Fuck that! I want a slip and slide! Woo!
Legit.
No, God no. Hell no.
Say, because all it's going to take
God,
is Jerrod
no.
just shoving you.
Yeah. If he said that, Jerrod would literally put a boot to his back and push.
Don't even push him down the ramp, just push him into the hole.
Don't worry. Don't worry, Caligula. We determined last week that we're still not entirely sure how most of them survived because they didn't have a way to create fire. And they're level 10.
I did.
Yes,
So did
Cicada
I.
used to have a lamp that was oil-based.
You still have to light the lamp.
Shh, that doesn't matter.
Once it's lit, it stays on forever, right?
Exactly.
No.
It's exactly how it works. I look at it and it eventually lights itself.
So yeah, do we just continue our descent, or is there a description that we need before that?
No, you've already described what's happening. You will succeed. Those of you who made your fortitude saves, you resist the sickening sensation of the acidic vapor. If you guys wait too terribly long, you will suffer more of this cacophonous roar coming from the pipes again.
I continue to casually puke.
Alright, once we get to the bottom, I'll hurriedly start, we're going to be grabbing the rope as we go along, because we have to, I guess, loop it back continuously forward. But once we get to the bottom, I'll undo everything, and I'll point to we can see that passageway, right?
Which passageway?
That one?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll start pointing everyone toward that direction, so that way we don't keep inhaling vapors and stuff like that, and hopefully we can avoid the next blast of sound.
Now, I'm going to ask, is it very clear that in this general area there is more vapor as we get lower? It's just kind of like along the ground?
Denser. Yeah. I assume it's a thicker cloud at the bottom, just settling down.
Because if there's a fog or miasma at the bottom here, Jared's probably going to try and hold his breath moving through.
Yeah, because I still have the mask on for me. But, I mean, I'm going to do what I can to guide everyone towards that opening.
Sure, you guys have descended about 50 feet at this point, and it looks as if Pathos has found some sort of passageway. Descending down, this bowl loses no advantage. It continues to pour into the depths of this acidic pool. I need perceptions, please.
Eyeball looky things.
19.
7. I'm holding my own today. If it's not an important roll, I'm failing.
Sunn, you're the first to notice an image rising from the acidic pool below. Klaus, you will quickly notice this as well. Pathos, surely behind. A figure begins lifting from the acidic pool. His body emits this green... This almost green vapor. It seems to be tossing from its body, sometimes in a steam form, other times it seems to take drips from its wings. But as it slowly ascends from the pool in a form of flight, it begins moving in your direction.
I will cast Fairy Fire at it.
You succeed in illuminating the figure.
Alrighty. Now that I can see where it's at, I'm going to pull out the dagger, and I will throw it at the creature. It is a silver dagger of returning.
Okay, make an attack.
It's this thing right here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, that thing blends in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it does blend in real well.
Hence the fairy fire.
Let's see
20?
your attack. 20. You believe that you've struck home. Your dagger goes soaring right through the middle of the creature. You hear, ouch! Ah, it stings. Try harder next time.
I'll put my hand out and then call the dagger back as it flies.
As you call to your dagger, it returns to your hand, snapping back with quickness.
Master Klaus, it seems that we have some trouble. If you wouldn't mind assisting.
Assist, please.
Got a masochistic wraith over here.
King shame the fuck out of this guy.
Or I will
begins hovering over the top of you. Pathos, I need you to give me a fortitude save.
12.
Ouch, not very good. When you immediately look up to see what this thing is doing, a small bead of this vapor seems to pool up on the tip of one of its toes and drops down to just below your right eye. As it hits your flesh, it immediately begins to singe and burn into your flesh itself, like it's eating away at your skin. What do you do?
Reel back.
Okay,
And
this
draw
hurts.
Yeah.
This hurts a lot. You are going not take a lot of damage, but you're going to take some. You're going to take 1 point of damage. It's lethal. You've just been marred, like visibly from this. It's going to create a bead down to the muscle on your right eye. Assuming so that you bring your hand up to kind of like stop this.
Yeah.
As you draw your glove across it, it will immediately begin eating through the leather of your glove.
Yeah, so as it drops onto my eye, I'll reel back and go, "Ah!" And then I'll kind of like step back into Sunn, because I'm guessing my vision ain't going to be too happening at that point.
After this has struck you, you kind of feel physically weakened. That sickened state that is affecting Sunn is now also affecting you. It's a -2 to everything. It's just temporary.
Yeah.
Roll a d6.
3.
6 minutes. The next 6 minutes you will be sickened.
Yeah, does that happen?
If you wish to continue attacking, I'm going to go ahead and put us into initiative, okay?
I mean, it hasn't lunged at us, right? Like, it just, like, hovered over us?
You threw your dagger through its body, and you asked Klaus to fire at it. That's pretty much as combat-y as it gets.
Yeah, I was about to say, if it's... This wraith thing is just kind of floating. It's not actively, like, charging or anything.
Oh yeah, it's not taking any kind of hostile action.
Then
yet.
Jerrod would try and step up and sweep back the drow and doctor, the drow and good doctor, because fighter, defensive instincts. He's going to level his sword at this creature. What is your purpose here? As opposed to just swinging blind.
I'll just watch on. I'm just a watcher.
This miasma, this foulness.
Oh.
Is this your doing?
Daryl, this is me. This is all of me. Everything you believe in here is Kinzo.
Kinzo. Is that what you're called?
Yes. That's what I was named.
By whom?
Wouldn't you like to know? Best me, and I may tell you. Stay a while. Spend time with me. It's so lonely in my pool.
Best you? Best you at what?
You choose. You choose.
Chess. Shit, wait, I don't know.
I'd like to play Chinese Go.
Bunch of dicks, you realize that, right?
He's actually a Chinese Go master. You're fucked.
Oh shit,
sorry,
guys!
Jerrod. I think you're spending eternity in his cesspool.
Yeah. Roll 1d3, figure out which hole he goes for first. Stopping a moment, he's going to think.
Oh, God.
So you will not let us pass unless we best you at something.
Right.
You mean a game?
Maybe. And I never said that I would harm you. I would just follow you. Nobody likes when I follow them. Your friend, he's almost blinded, I think.
Do you
Dark,
need...
twisted sense of humor for a dark and twisted creature like yourself.
Well, let's slow down with the insults, shall we, Jerrod? Good sir, do you need some medicine? You sound a little raspy, you know.
I sound raspy. This is but my sound. No one's told me it's raspy.
Yeah, Klaus, let's not go with the insults here.
Allow me to be the first to tell you, you sound raspy.
No. I'm raspy. Well, maybe in another life, I could sound different. But now I stay as Kinzo.
Pulling my mask off my face for 1 second. You could probably use a lozenge. It helps with that. You don't have to have a different voice. Just a better
At
one.
this point, Jared's going to turn to the rest. Do you want to stay down here longer?
No, I'm good.
I'm
Pathos is still covering his eye, but he's also sick now, so it's hard for him to focus. He's essentially against the wall, kind of, I guess, trying to hold himself together.
I'm gonna lean forward to Klaus and say, What happens if you cast light on an incorporeal being?
It opens a time hole.
Frankly, I don't know that I've ever tried.
There's always, or you should try everything once.
I'm going to call any a
going to
meta
have a moment
cunt.
of inspiration.
Is that a
back
shadow
to-
being quick? Catch light on it. Let's see what happens.
Remind me, Bub, I feel like we've talked about this before, but are spell-like abilities affected by wild magic?
No, your spell-like abilities will not be affected by magic.
Okay.
Cast light.
Question is...
I don't know that you would actually do it. I was just kind of asking out of curiosity.
Yeah, no. I mean,
to see what would happen.
Light's a cantrip, so it doesn't necessarily count as a spell-like ability. It's just a 0-level spell. Just wondering what the best option for this situation would be.
Fuck, I'm just out of game now too. Fucking hell.
Seeing Sunn visibly begin coughing from the miasma that's almost lingering like a mire around the room, you see Kimzo kind of lean back, and his small, like almost see-through ectoplasmic hand begins rubbing his tummy. When he leans back and you hear a... he kind of lets out this small, obnoxious burp, and he blows it directly at Sunn with this almost viscous burp hitting him.
Yeah,
in the face.
I don't like that. Are we in initiative? Can I do something real quick?
Can you do something real? I mean, you're not technically in initiative. You guys just decided.
Cool.
to
I'm gonna
stop
fucking
him.
chuck a bomb across the room.
You're gonna chuck a bomb at a gas.
Sunn is not a smart man.
Potentially highly flammable gas that we're all standing mired in.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
not. I was gonna do it to be a dick to clear out a giant circle, and because he was like, "This room is me." Like, fuck you, asshole.
At this point, I mean, he hasn't actually like attacked us. Well, I mean, he attacked me, but
he's an antagonizing motherfucker.
I don't want to stay in this area anymore, so I'm gonna try to do what I can to roll my way over to that
yeah,
crevice.
he just challenged us to best him.
Yeah, but my character
we
can't
can
really
we
see
can
right now.
we can best him by walking past
He's
him.
like sick.
We can walk. We can like walk through him. It's not like he's a a gatekeeper. He's not effective.
Sure.
He's like, I will stop you. Yeah, you will be here for eternity. It's like, all right, cool, dude. Later, you just walk through him. Bye.
If
So
you
you're
all
just,
wish,
you're just going to walk by him?
No, I'm gonna try to roll past him because he said his feet are dripping with acid, right?
Yeah.
Or was it just that one?
His feet are dripping.
So, now let's see with the rock. I don't know. Like out of game wise, like what do you guys want to do? Because like no one's really said anything other than like jokes.
I've tried 2 or 3 times. But no, Jerrod's going to look to the rest. Can anyone think of a game offhand that they want to attempt on this? I have an idea, but it's not elegant.
let's save the non-elegant solutions for last, shall we?
I didn't even know Jerrod had an elegant side.
It's the left side.
Well, one could write a book with what you don't know, Deia.
You're right. That's why people read books.
Wow, some insight there.
It's kind of the truth.
If
Books to find out what you already know.
Me fighter, me not smart.
if you all cannot stand the smell and frankly overbearing presence of this creature, then feel free to move outward, but I believe I have a solution that could benefit us. I, however, would not want to put any of you in harm's way, so feel free to exit if you so wish.
We can't really go back up that way. The slope is super slippery, isn't it?
It's incredibly slippery, yes.
Yeah, so we're
We
going
had a
back's not
hard
really
enough
an
time
option.
coming down, and I don't think it's, I don't think this foul creature is going to let us pass benignly.
It's like running up a metal slide when it's raining.
So, quickly, spit out what you have in mind.
You're wearing Crocs too.
It's game over.
Pathos will look to Jerrod at this point, kind of getting some composure back from the pain on his face. Whatever idea you have, just get it over with. No one else seems to have another idea.
So, with a sigh, Jerrod will turn, reach to his belt, and pull out a copper coin, just holding it up between knuckle and thumb. Heads or tails, best 3 of 5.
Oh my god, no. No!
Kimzo's eyes widen, and he immediately takes to quick flight, soaring down to you.
Kimzo's favorite.
God damn it. Motherfucker.
This is going to go awful.
This man is the air we breathe.
Into the air.
That we breathe.
Kimzo begins taking flight, excitedly so.
I win, you let us pass, and harass us no longer. You win, I stay behind and keep you company.
You get into the boiling acid.
Thanks, Deb.
I didn't quite catch the definition of that one.
He said go into the boiling acid.
Stay, you can spend time with me in the boiling acid.
I'll admit it's been a while since I've done that. So,
By you mean just Jerrod, right?
So, Jerrod, you have declared... Hey, Christy, thank you so much for putting Dancing Dan into the Bub Club Bub Tub. Dan, you're officially a Bub-scriber. Welcome to the Bub Club. Hop up in the Bub Tub, get yourself a little Bub Scrub, but be wary. Be wary, Sniper is watching. He's waiting for you to drop that soap. If you haven't heard, let him tell you about that Bub Chub. We got some butt poking action going on. So, declare which is which. Heads is 1, tails is 2, or vice versa?
heads 1, tails 2 works for me.
Okay. You flip the first, and are you letting him call, or are you calling?
As a gentleman, you get to call first, heads or tails.
Okay.
The last ones to come out, I melted their heads first, so tails. Kimzo choose tails.
My roll or yours?
Yours. Go ahead and roll it. Remember, you've got 2 rerolls.
Heads.
He'll catch it up, slap it on his palm. Heads it is.
No! Fine.
Agreed to the game.
Fine.
All right. I'm feeling lucky. Tails. Flicks it again.
Kimzo. 1.
And what do you say next?
Kimzo choose tails. It cannot be heads again.
Jared's good at rolling that once.
Oh!
No!
You did it!
2 for me, 1 for you.
Show me the sides.
He'll lift the coin and display it. You have no idea how uncommonly bad my luck is.
I was thinking in my head, there's no way it could possibly. Man.
Fine. Kimzo 1. Stupid man 2.
I think I'll go ahead and buck the odds. Heads again.
It's 2-2. God damn it. Of course it's 2-2.
Oh, Kimzo. I know it be heads.
We're still not in initiative, right?
No, you're not in initiative. Like,
Okay,
you guys
cool.
can be freely moving around.
Yeah. No. I've got a plan. I
I
think
just,
I'll
I just
next
be
one in the air.
intently watching.
2
I'll
for
keep my
me,
rapier,
2 for
my
you.
rapier drawn.
It's your choice. Heads or tails.
well, you have heads to hear this many times, and I have tails run many times. So, no! You choose.
Well, that would be unfair. That's against the rules.
You're in Kimzo's house. Be polite to guests, says Dobvatorin.
Very well. Tails.
You got rerolls.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and we'll burn a reroll on that one.
Okay.
Sound fair, guys?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah! We did it! No cheating involved.
No fall! Oh, fine. 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 But Kimzo, can Kimzo have coin?
Of course.
I'm
Go
expecting
ahead.
to just pass through his hand.
He'll go ahead and flick the copper off towards the melting pool.
And Kimzo will quickly return back to his melting pool. He'll follow it in. He retreats.
Go, 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 go!
Good play, Skeleton. Good play. What are you talking about? That was the most idiotic thing I've ever seen in my life.
Shut up! It worked!
Could you imagine gambling with your life?
Yeah, I had a friend who did it. That's where I got the idea. Legit, no, because he's wearing Sakata's armor. He had that thought.
As he says that, I'm guessing that's a door in front of us, or is it a grate?
Let me explain this to you, okay? All right. The end of this narrow canyon contains a large cave opening in the side of the rift. A massive 15-foot wide, 20-foot tall, spiked iron portcullis blocks this entrance. 15 feet above the gate appears to be a much smaller cave mouth. This one barely 2 feet in diameter. So there appears to be an opening above.
That's 2 feet wide?
2 feet in diameter.
I'll cast Levitate on myself, and I'll go up and see what the hole looks like from the inside.
Okay. Sure. Give me perception and a stealth while you're at it.
Perception. Stealth. 39.
Wow. You move in a way that makes you look almost liquid. Your stealth has you sliding and writhing up the wall in a way that's very unnatural to your allies. You guys can see him shifting in a way that is not taught on the surface. It's very unsettling, all things considered. When you
Who
shift
needs bones?
to this upper area, this looks to be some kind of balcony or overhang, and inside there looks to be a giant. Not as in he's freaking huge, but as in a literal giant resting next to a lever. He appears to be breaking stones with his fingertips.
Other than that, there's nothing else. There's just the iron portcullis, right?
He has a series of other stones that he's shaped down into some mysterious shape that you can't seem to see, but it's got jutting and protruding edges. Could be a weapon, could be a statue. You can't seem to make it out from your current angle.
Still looking around. I mean, is there any lever for this portcullis at all for us?
Yeah, actually, next to him, under his his right elbow.
All right. I'll go. Hey, friend.
When you say that, he stops, looks around, and then he looks down at the stone. His brow furrows. What?
Does
What, mate?
would I catch on to like he thinks that like the stone's talking to him?
He's talking to the rock in his hand.
Oi, don't crush me.
What?
I have a proposition for you.
What? What? Why are you? Why are you? Okay.
What am I? I'm a good luck charm. I can grant you a wish, but you have to do what I say first.
Look, John.
Yes. I bring you good things.
Whoa.
Give me a diplomacy. Because he was previously crushing your luck charms, quote unquote, between his bare fingertips. And now you're like, don't kill me, friend!
27.
Okay, he's now listening intently. Like, if he was ever at any point regarded as an enemy of yours, he's watching on with childlike glee.
Yes.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. In order for me to grant you this wish, to give you a lot of good things, you have to help some people that are going to be coming soon. Okay?
But why?
Why? Because that's how this wish works. You see, look, you crushed a lot of my family members, and now I'm the only one
Your
left.
family?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay, but listen, easy. Any moment now, there's going to be some people showing up. They're going to call for you, and then you're going to open up that gate over there. Look, they're here now. And then as
You see, like, his head kind of immediately turns up like a confused cat.
Oh.
and then you see me waving.
You see him, like, he's visibly scared. He's not seen a drow before. He looks down to the rock, and he tries to whisper, but because of the sheer size and girth of this figure, you hear him say to the rock,
Was there a black man there?
That he's the friend I was telling you about. You're gonna let him and his friends in, and you're gonna help them with whatever they need.
You're friends with Nightman?
Yes. They're actually really nice. You have to give them a chance. Not all of them are nice though. Just the men.
Yes.
He stands after seeing you and speaking with his rock. He moves over, and you feel the heat off of his breath as he steps over to you. You can just barely see his eye, like one eye kind of leaning down.
How are you?
We were sent by a rock to get let in to this gate.
He kind of grabs the rock in the hand, and he pulls it up, looking at it, still not sure if what he's hearing is right, and then he looks to you.
He said we were supposed to look for a giant that was going to let us in. A large man. You, namely. Is that you?
What rock name?
Rock, you just said it. Just told us right now.
Name is Rock.
Yeah, and then you see Pathos just turn around and do this. He's all, yes, my name is Rock. That's what my name is.
Give me a bluff. You have to bluff the shit out of this.
When did this campaign
36.
the fucking Don Quixote? Where's my goddamn window?
Yeah, 36.
I'm just gonna be staring at this conversation with my mouth agape, just like what's going on right now.
Happening.
Jerrod's going. I want to ask, are they able to hear this going on?
No, you guys aren't able to.
We're just sitting here
catch the
watching.
details.
Yeah, I guess.
You hear that there is some action, but you can't seem to make it out. He, confused at first, he nods.
Okay. Alright. But Rock say, woman stay. Only men go.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Damn it.
If she go through, a spring trap.
Okay. Yeah, no problem at all. See, that's not actually a woman. You're not looking the right way. The gas is masking her. It's masking his real image. And then I'll go see. Watch.
That's a woman.
No, look.
I see the breast from here.
Okay. Count. Close your eyes and then count to this many.
I see titties.
Nope. No. And then I walk. I go, look, watch. And I put the mask on Deia, and I change her form to Alabaster.
I don't know how to do the woman's version of a male voice.
I'd be like, shut up. Change. And then I put the mask on him, and then turn him into Alabaster. See? It's a man. It's the gas, the fumes. You're holding quite a powerful man in your hand. You might be seeing some things.
Look. Will you
At
not
this point,
say
Jared's
something
gonna
when
look
you
at Klaus and
crush
be like,
your
"You guys are
family?
fucking stupid."
I had to. There's a way I had to prove your strength, and you passed.
You?
Good job.
You. Want man now. Want woman now, man. Open your chest.
Go on, show him. Blast your pecs.
Before I pull my shirt open, I'm definitely just gonna look down into my shirt to see if it actually changed my full appearance or if it's just
it changes your appearance. You take on the visage of a
Got
very
some
different
nice pecs,
individual.
dude.
Alabaster was not a sharp dressed man. He was portly and
In rags.
Yeah, and like he had hamburger meat for chest hair that hung out of the top of his tunic.
Yeah.
Deia, what do you do when you look down and you see moobs and chest hair? How do you respond?
You become the thing you hate.
And then open or lift up my shirt to show my tummy and man
parts.
breasticles.
See, good friend. All men here, no women.
He looks on confusedly so as Deia, now Alabaster Glass, opens his shirt, revealing the moobs, the belly, and the chest hair, and Deia's like, like throwing the head around like he's gonna vomit. Oh.
Klaus, you wouldn't happen to have true sight.
As this happens, there's a brief turn, and then you guys are free to move.
Nice. I'll give a bow to the giant. Thank you, friend. That's also a powerful ally you have. Never let him go.
God damn it.
I'm going to be moving all of you to the next area.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's not possible for you to get there without me taking you.
Take us away.
God, we are just bumblefucking our way through this.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. You are not
We're gonna
wrong.
miss those re-rolls.
Pathos went full fucking mush mouth. Jerrod's over there fucking flipping dollars in the bathroom.
Flipping dollars in the bathroom.
When the A team and B team are
Not go to high
distracted,
school?
they send out another guy. The C team.
Did you ever go to a high school football game? I mean, shit, dude.
Allow me to read this to you.
Okay.
The walls of this circular domed chamber are carved and polished with exceptional precision and skill to look like cascades of petrified liquid. Several metal discs on the ceiling 60 feet above provide a pearly illumination as bright as torchlight. The center of the room is occupied by a bizarre 30-foot wide, 7-foot tall metal and stone sculpture made of truncated pillars, short ramps, suspended slabs of stone, and a total of 20 chairs with triple armrests.
This is...
Triple armrests?
Yeah, this is reminiscent of the ogre in the hegemonic plate, correct?
Like 3 deep?
I'm going to go ahead and show the
wide?
hegemonic plate to remind people.
The triple arm ladies.
In fact, I'll show players again. If you glance, there are figures.
Yep, they got 3 arms.
They have six
total.
Six arms. 3.
Arms on each side.
There you go.
Yeah.
3 sets of arms.
I've got one arm.
I'm just
on
pointing
each
it out.
side.
Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, I'll step off to the side, let everyone get into the room.
Such a
When I see the chairs, I want to sit down in it and see where I would sit at the chair. Like, where do my arms sit on the armrest?
On the
First
lowest,
level.
the lowest rung. You're not
So
quite as
I
tall either.
Basically, look like a kid sitting in a big adult chair.
If
Yes.
adults, it's 3 or 6.
Big adult chair.
Yes. Yeah.
Gentlemen, and I do mean all gentlemen present in this room. Looks like we're in.
Here.
Well, we've got some direction. Let's pick one and go with it.
Before we move forward, do you happen to know what this is?
Not a clue. Can I do an appraise check to, like, in a sense, like, identify the material in any way, or to see if it's like
sure.
like resembling diamond or like anything like that?
Sure, you can try.
26.
To determine what exactly? What are you looking at?
The crystal itself, the one that's right here, or is that on the ceiling?
That is not on the ceiling. That is on the floor.
Okay. I also have a magnifying glass that gives me a +2 to these appraise checks. So I'm also using the magnifying glass.
So what exactly are you doing here? Like, how does this look? You want to identify it. So what does this look like for the narrative?
I mean, it's the big ass mountain of money potentially.
How do you identify it?
Kind of looking like through the magnifying glass. I want to see, like, what I'm essentially looking for is like the natural cuts into it. Is it reminiscent of any, like, I'm trying to see if it's reminiscent of any diamonds or emeralds or any precious stones that I might have come across during my trades, to see if it's anywhere authentic to those, or if this is just like volcanic glass that I've seen like common merchants peddle from here and there, like when I'm trying to do a quick scam. Like, this is like the rock I would sell off to someone.
This is not a common alloy or stone material. This mineral is not of something that you have experienced. It's certainly from either another plane of existence or from the depths of the demon scar itself. You do note, after looking under the magnifying glass at the material, you believe that there is fluid beneath the surface.
Oh shit, like I can see it moving, or it's stagnant, but there's like...
It's stagnant, but there is definitely some fluid beneath the surface. Bear Slabs, thank you so much for 2 months in a row, brother. I appreciate that. Welcome back, and we should have an opportunity to talk soon. I think if you guys don't have this, which I believe is very important for you to have, here's the Discord link. Come say hi to me sometime. Message me on Discord, or hop in anytime you ever see me in there, and we'll have a conversation, we'll talk, we'll shoot the shit.
I'll put like my hand on it, like gently. Do I feel like any like sense of vibration, or even like any like pulsing form of like unnatural or natural breathing from it?
Yeah, actually, there is some amount of vibration coming from this.
Pushing onto it, does it feel like soft in any spots, or is it solid the entire way through? It's just I can determine that there is liquid in this.
It's solid, but you may be able to get through it with a little bit of finesse or physical prowess in general, but that's entirely up to what you guys do next. Remember, there is a passageway to the north, to the west, and to the south.
Can I look through my evil detecting eye and just kind of like scan around like through the hallways to see if I can find any lingering evil or in this crystal if there presents any?
You found it.
I found the evil?
It's all around you.
Yeah, I love it.
You are in it's like the Fortress of Solitude if it was made of criminals and awful shit in general.
Makes sense.
This is a
Given
horrible
how long-
place in your monocle.
I'll look over to the group. I'm not sure what this material is, but there seems to be some form of liquid coming through to it. And it's vibrating like it's breathing in a sense, almost.
Then perhaps we shouldn't mess with it?
Good call.
Seems pretty self-explanatory.
Yes, and
I
don't know what the liquid is. It could be hazardous to our health, so experimenting would be a problem. But I would say for now we set ourselves up for some exploring. And
Yes, if
kind
there's
of
one thing I've learned from Staccata, my old colleague, it's never experience with strange substances never ends well.
You're one to speak about that, Jerrod. I would consider you somewhat of an authority on the matter.
I
I've,
know what a doorknob is.
I've heard the name Cicada before. Mercenary for hire. Not part of any guild I've ever really worked with, but the name does ring a bell. But I digress. And then I'll point down towards the west. Why don't we start that way, or up this way? Or down that way, but not this way.
Didn't the plate give us directions?
That it did. But that was only to get here. That wasn't necessarily to navigate to this place.
I'll be right back. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to talk, discuss things, even speak with the audience. I'll be right back. Hang tough.
Sure.
So what do you guys want to do? You guys want to go north, or you guys want to go...
Well, when I'm looking at the plate, I'm noticing that we have the round cave, which I think is the entrance, the pit that we went down into.
Uh-huh.
And from here, I believe,
It could be the same thing.
yeah, that
You see where
we're
the
looking at the
crossroad
tunnel
is?
paths. I think what we need to do is
Head upward then.
head north and then try and take the nearest west after that.
Alright. Yeah, sounds good.
I'm gonna
Also-
go pee, though, real quick. Well, you guys
Yeah,
talk this
and
out.
I don't want to hear anybody giving Jerrod shit about putting their lives on the line for a coin flip, considering that Pathos just convinced a giant that he had a lucky rock.
This is great. One of the fucking best plays I've ever done. Oh no, this is not a woman. Look.
There's reasons why I'm not allowed to play a bard anymore. It's shit like that.
Oh, that was clean.
Oh man, we are just burning through all those rolls and everything, and we haven't even run into the traps yet.
Yeah, we have. I mean, the fucking ghost was kind of that was a big fucking trap that you literally chanced us out of.
Hey, nobody else came up with anything that was foolproof.
No, I mean it worked.
So,
It
so
worked.
Jerrod was just like, and it really just popped in my head. Jerrod would go ahead and be like, thinking, wait, this is a gamble, cicada, coin flip.
Yeah. Oh, it's all good. It worked.
I was tempted to try and go ahead and be like, oh yeah, and I want to do sleight of hand when the coin drops to try and flip it.
Dude, I could have done that then.
Well, yeah,
But I can figure that. So,
but I
mean,
think of that like mid. I thought of that in like the second flip, and I was like, no, that would
Yeah.
suck.
All right, be right back. Real quick, music.
All right, guys, and tonight with Hanging with Jerrod, we're going to be taking viewer questions. Yeah, I mean, one thing that I like about D&D in general, or I mean any tabletop game, is how you can go ahead and do some really fun stuff if you actually look at your skill list. Sure, Dan, what's up? I love you in the biblical sense, but no, we're not getting married. You're going to be my bottom bitch, and you're going to like it.
That was more information than I think he was expecting.
No, Dan, I'm afraid we can't be boyfriends, but we can be man friends.
Which is odd to me, because I thought you were into boys.
Austin must be on the toilet. You just like.
How do you banish crotch fungus? That's actually more of a question for Dan. Dancing Dan would know how to work against crotch fungus, that or red, because both have dealt with that in game. Yeah, they're going to be under sickness for a while.
I'm back. Yeah, I gotta fix my. Thank you for reminding me about that.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be sick for too much longer. But yeah, I mean, technically,
Time passes weird, okay? Fucking from that giant to here could have been anywhere from 2 minutes to 6 hours. So
yeah, like I said, Dan knows the answer on how to get rid of fungal infections around the groin. Well, you got to remember that dungeoneering checks are more for knowledge of what could, what like formulations of a dungeon would be, or where likely traps are, engineering stuff like that. It's not going to be like knowing which way to go automatically. So yeah, like if we get to an area where I, as a player, really suspect a trap, and Jerrod, as a character, suspects a trap, he's probably going to be trying, I'll probably try for a dungeoneering check just to see if I can see into the usual tells.
All right. I'm back.
welcome back.
Welcome.
I think we're just waiting on Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, don't bother reading the chat. It's all boring stuff anyway.
Yeah, is it so?
Oh, absolutely.
Most of
There
it
is.
was sniper.
All right. So when you were gone, we essentially agreed we're going to head north first.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh man. What did you do, Sniper?
I did nothing. I am innocent.
I don't believe
Everybody left me alone.
He talked about filleting toilets. It was a really weird speech. I don't know why he went off on it, but he did.
No. Well,
He started with the doorknob, then he made his way through the door into the bathroom.
that. It always happens this way.
Yeah, it's
nom nom
it's
nom
a
nom nom nom.
recurring
nom,
theme.
All right. Oh.
So what
are
did
we
you guys
continuing?
discuss for in-game content?
Oh, we were gonna head north. We essentially discussed that the hegemonic plate might be a guide to us still here in the dungeon. So we're gonna head north to see if it follows the same pathway that we were thinking of.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
As like before we go, like when Pathos is done looking at the crystal, he's like, "All right, are we on accord?" great. And then like you see him kind of like wobble for a second, and like he just like throws up on one of the chairs. He's all.
I think I think while you two are not doing so hot, I think I should be taking the lead. If only for the.
Yeah, because I mean you're proficient in disabling issues with like doors and stuff. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I think you could definitely say I'm proficient.
Hey, Klaus. Give me perception.
Alrighty. Oof, not a great roll.
Your
Not a bad
peripheral
one.
vision, something catches your eye, sir, and from your angle, you can see that Sunn's a little focused on his current stomach issue, the sickening sensation. And out of your peripheral vision, you do see something. Do you turn to take a glance?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see what caught my eye.
A figure comes tightly bumbling through the hallway. Large figure. He's clutching a rock in one hand.
No, rock, no. Rock don't talk. No more.
Hey, Pathos looks up. Did you yell at him?
Yes.
Yeah. The rocks don't like when you yell. Good sir.
Well, I asked him very much.
He's in your hand still.
He looks to the rock.
Where you go, rock? Where you
No.
go?
No, he's still in your hand. You have to give it time. You scared him. You have to give him time. You want your wish, right?
He's got a hold of the rock, and he's kind of like shaking it in front of himself, and he puts it to his ear.
Make it better. Make it better.
And he just heaves the stone at you, directly at you, Pathos.
I'm gonna dodge that shit.
It's gonna shatter
Give me a reflex.
the
Give me a reflex.
glass metal thing inside this room.
I so want him to nat 1 on this one.
That is
It was
not.
close.
That is not an excellent roll. That is not an excellent roll. That you are not going to succeed. As you attempt to tumble out of the way, the chair is just inside of your path. You struggle. It clips the top of the chair, breaking off the edge, and you go, no. And then it hits you. A 40-pound rock. Catches you right in the arm and chest. It's not going to injure you, but what do you do?
I mean, as it hits me,
You ever caught 40
I'll,
pounds before?
no.
I like how you looked up to consider it.
That's a heavy ass medicine
It's
ball.
heavy.
Is all
I
I
mean,
got
as-
to say.
heavy.
as it hits me, I'm gonna roll, but in a sense, I still gotta keep composure to know that this giant still wants something from us.
Yeah.
Or at least I still gotta play it off. So as I get hit and I like kind of roll, if the rock's in front of me, right? But like I'm facing away from it now, or like
I mean,
my
it
back's-
hit you,
my back-
and you didn't catch it, so it likely would have
Yeah.
just bounded to the stone floor.
So as I get hit and like I'm kind of like under the chair, I'll look at the rock and I'll cast minor illusion, and I'll just see like a little like soul just kind of like wisp out and then just like pop.
Jesus.
Wait, say that
out
again?
of so I'm making a minor illusion of like a little like cloud emanating from the rock, and it just goes up and it just pops.
Just think of anime, Bub.
We're just,
As I notice Pathos trying his hardest to deceive this giant man, I'm gonna target the giant with Feeble Mind, which, if successful, will reduce his intelligence and charisma to 1.
you mean by 1 point? I'm just kidding.
Ronald, you stole my joke, but I was muted. Ah!
Not far off, but you know.
But yeah, so like the way essentially like I'm saying that happened though is if I got hit, I'm using either the coverage of the chair or the if my back's turned away from him after I've rolled and the rock's in front of me to cast the spell. Since it's a spell-like ability, I can do it to where it just kind of like
Sure, and that's fine. You could
Yeah.
You could make that happen, but Klaus is still taking an action. Klaus,
Yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all.
give me perception as you're firing your spell.
Okay.
Oh my god, please don't obliterate our friend. Like,
Fucking murder him.
yeah. He didn't
Klaus,
do wrong.
As you release this enfeeble mind, or so you believe, you note that tucked in the side of his loincloth appears to be some kind of red stick. It has strange runic carvings. Give me a D1000.
It's
Yeah.
a dick
Oh,
tattoo. No, I'm just kidding. That's
No, watch him accidentally blow his own staff up.
no.
Honestly,
This
it's
is
like
if
a
it's an
one
artifact,
that's, like,
dude. Like he wouldn't like it wouldn't fucking go off that.
70
It's not from a 3rd level spell.
Well, this isn't going to be a 3rd level spell,
yeah, this is
potentially.
a wild
Oh,
magic
yeah.
spell.
Yeah, it's still an
Might be like
artifact
a-
though. I don't think it's gonna do that.
A returning spell. Cast
Cast
it on
dancing
him,
lights.
Cast on you.
Gender swap.
I'm glad I'm not.
Klaus!
You feel a pain swell up
Zap.
underneath your fingernail.
Zap.
Oh god.
An intensely loud zap of electricity is heard, but no other effect happens.
Oh, God damn it. Zap.
As I
Give me. I need will saves from everyone.
Okay.
Oh, this is not going to go well.
10.
Shut up, it's going perfectly.
That's not a good
Well, no,
sound.
remember,
You flipped
will
a coin
saves.
for your eternal soul.
1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more.
17.
All right. Okay. Everyone succeeds, but Pathos. Pathos, you are spooked. It just scares the shit out of you because you're playing up this elaborate ruse, right? When all of a sudden, like this thing just cracks throughout the room. And as you're casting this illusion, it sort of makes you feel like something actually happened to either the stone, to you, or to this enormous like cluster of mineral, and it might be cracking. So what would Pathos do in a fit moment of being completely terrified?
Ren.
Let's see.
I could see him just. You remember Finding Nemo with the little octopus? Like, oh, I inked, but instead Pathos just cast darkness.
Seeing that happen, like freaking out, you see Pathos go. He's like what? And then he like fucking like accidentally casts Vanish on himself while he's just laying on the floor invisible.
God
Now. He's
damn
all,
All right, so there's this initial explosion of sound, and Klaus, Jerrod, Deia, and Sunn, you guys kind of shake briefly for a moment, but when you look back around, Pathos is missing.
Alright, Klaus is gonna take this at its fullest
It would be like-
opportunity.
it'd be like
Klaus-
30. It's a 30-second thing because it's 5 rounds. So
When you
that's
look
correct.
back, the giant is clutching onto this red stick in his hands, like it's a road flare. Like he's like holding
That's
on to it.
Terrified, like cowering.
Yeah,
That's not a sun rod that he happens to be holding, is it? No.
So, given the wonderful opportunity that wild magic has provided me here, and Pathos's extreme, albeit somewhat warranted reaction,
I mean you don't
I'm going
really
to-
know, like you know that he's missing, but you don't
Yeah.
know
I'm
what's
going to assume
happened.
he took off running, but I don't know for certain. You know,
We
with
always
the sound
knew
of
he
the
was a
thunder,
spineless cuss anyway.
yeah, with the sound of the electricity / thunder / whatever, I'm going to assume his footfall was covered. But I'm going to kind of gasp and grab my head and look in the direction of Pathos and point at the rock and say, "You've angered them. You've angered the rock gods. What have you done? They're coming for us all." You've doomed us. They're coming.
In a
On-
state
on
of
the-
panic, looking from the left to the right, eyeing everyone.
No, no, no.
And then he snaps the stick.
I have to tell someone. I have to tell someone.
And as this happens, it immediately begins letting out this loud, ear-piercing shrill.
Oh boy.
It starts with a... And it starts emanating this alarm that's echoing off of the stone walls.
He just pulled the fire alarm.
Even though there's like you don't see Pathos there, just I don't know, you see him throw up against it.
Oh god!
He's still sick. He's all ugh. Just goes up to the side.
Okay, alright. This is gonna change things. I need initiative.
Yeah.
While that was going on, I wanted to look inside the thing to see if I could see anything floating in the described water.
Are you sure we can't talk this down with words?
If I could do that while they were doing that, or if I would be interrupted by the lightning strike and confused.
Alright. Some things are gonna change here. Make sure everybody's rolled up your initiatives.
Well, I'm still.
A lot's going to change.
Let's see, which one? Do I want this one?
Yeah, somebody remind me how many rounds left of haste
Something
I
with
have.
drums.
Is there a mechanic that lets you take?
You want some
like, a
war
low
drums?
initiative?
Yeah, let's get some war drums,
You
some
want
war
some war
horns
drums?
going.
Let's
Yeah.
some war horns?
Yeah,
Bub,
some,
is
good
that
war- some war horns, some drums.
Is that a mechanic, Bub?
What?
To hold your initiative to be the last person in the round, as in like, rather than roll initiative, be like, yeah, can I take a 1?
Even it's not so much that it's that you can roll and just wait. Say I hold.
Yeah,
action.
you can hold your action, but there's no like I want to roll.
No,
You have
you
to actually
have to
Yeah,
roll
that works.
initiative because it doesn't affect just how you roll in the party, but how you roll against all the enemies that are going to that are about to come rolling out of all 3 entries
Yeah, that's what I was.
and gang bang, just raping us over this.
I'm just thinking because I like to be last as a healer. That way I can actually heal you guys. Because if I'm at the starting of a round, I'm gonna sit there and all of you guys are full HP, and I'm like, well,
Yeah, but the thing is, like, logically, it doesn't really make sense because it all happens at the same time anyway.
yeah,
Even if you were to be at the end of the round, you wouldn't necessarily know to heal us until after that round and the next one came around.
It's okay, your roll sucked anyway.
yeah, no, exactly. It's good. It worked.
Yeah, you get to be first on the second round.
See,
That's what
Karami says we got a game now, and next time on Shackled City.
What?
Ah, son of a bitch!
That's actually accurate
Yeah.
to the T. Next time
do it.
on Shackled City, there will be a
Figure out-
fight
Figure out where
between-
Pikachu is.
our heroes, a giant, and not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 Ettins.
Gross.
Christ almighty.
Come at me, bro! Oh,
Okay, so
This is
are
gonna
we actually
suck.
in the game?
Oh, yeah.
so bad.
Oh yeah,
Do you
combat.
guys think this could be the temple or the chamber of the false sisters?
I think this is where Jerrod might potentially die.
No
I feel like
idea.
you've said that before, like every combat in the past 10 episodes.
It could be like 3 goblins. You're at level 20. You're all. This could be the episode where fucking Jerrod. You're in a tavern.
We've had very minimal effect on our wild magic each time, and it's interesting because the players have figured out a way to immediately get over the combat without having to actually fight. Like the entire encounter has been devolved down to a series of actions of bluffing or just talking their way out. And honestly, I prefer it that way. I think it makes for a much more interesting game, and I'm more inclined to giving them more experience out of game, which is like them getting a level sooner than they would in other circumstances. So, perfect. This is fine. We're gonna end it right here, and this is an opportunity for you guys to get to talk to our heroes. I'll start us up some music, and
Yeah,
you guys can
for
take the
those
next
of you
15 to 20 to talk to him.
So
For those of you who are curious as to my thoughts on how this is ending and how the next round is, the next session is going to start, fucked comes to mind.
Not even, man. I think we got this. And thank you, Prophet. Thank you. I was not gonna lie, I was a little nervous about it.
So, Bub, how off do you think I am with this being the Temple of the False Sisters?
Oh, I thought this was the Blubdipple Temple again.
Not at all.
I mean-
there have been many indicators of it to not being that.
Wait, oh, you mean that giant thing we just saw in that last room wasn't a giant fish?
It was,
No,
it
no.
was a
We're
fishery-
still waiting for the part where the shaman lays down the lightning bolt.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the 7 ones again.
Take it easy, Dinlair. Have a good one, man. Get some.
Beginning of next.
Yes, where
many
I
good
get to go
hour
ahead and
in
break
at work.
probability again.
Get many good hour in at work. Enjoy what bit of your workday you actually have, and we'll see you tomorrow. If you guys don't know, before I pop off, which we still got about 15-ish minutes, Friday there will be a 24-hour stream. I've been saying it now for a few weeks, but this is a good chance for you guys to note this. Friday, starting at 12 noon EST, I will be going for 24 hours.
Yay.
He gonna go all night long, ladies.
Yeah, my wife would be so lucky.
But yeah, if any of you
I'm
guys
pretty
have
sure
any...
your wife would get tired of it eventually and just kind of kick you off.
I mean, I don't think she would be able to fight it.
If you guys have some
No, she'd
questions,
just go ahead and
feel
like
free to,
hot swap.
shoot them over into the chat, and we
she's
can
gonna-
answer them, whether it's about characters or the campaign itself. That's what we're using this time for.
Yeah,
So,
it's true. This is exactly what it's used for. If you guys want to know a bit more about the characters, the reasoning for doing things, maybe you want to know a bit more about the story. If you're new here, which I know that we got a few new follows, this is your best opportunity to kind of glean as much information. Maybe it's not even about the game. Maybe you just want to know about the stream. Maybe you want to know what other games are coming in the future. There's a lot of things here that you can kind of gain from this. And
Maybe
it's
if
true.
there was more
Red
fire
is-
in the game.
Red is bad at pyroing.
I mean, the
Well,
only
to be
thing-
fair, he did have an
So-
opportunity to throw a fire
So-
grenade in the middle of
a
the
gas.
acid lake.
So if you wanna go by that, how many pyros do you know actively blow themselves up, so they can then enjoy their fire from the grave?
Masochistic pirates.
Yeah, that ain't me. I would rather start a fire and then slowly watch it burn the corpses of my enemies. But you know what we've had since I've had this quirk?
No enemies.
How many bombs do you think I get to throw when we have no enemies?
All right, so what he's saying is next session he's going to be a pyromaniac.
Next session I'll actually be able to do it because we have a fucking large room of corpses to burn.
Oh,
Snowman?
shit.
Are character levels accurate on the overlay? Yes, they are.
No. Oh, okay,
Yes.
they are.
Yes,
Okay.
they are.
Well, they're accurate, even though they're not accurate.
They're accurate. You are that
when
level.
When Cicada died, a dragon basically came down who's the right hand of death and snatched him away. And just in being present, in the presence of that dragon, we lost
Jerrod lost 2 levels.
levels of experience. We
Yeah,
lost
Jerrod
some
did.
of our essence. So,
Jerrod did.
well,
Jared did.
yeah,
And
that's right. None of you can get any of yours back. Just me.
Yeah, it was Jared who lost.
This one's, I think, to Will. What will the name of the bone dragon be?
I haven't decided yet.
I'm
Oh,
voting
so
boner.
clever.
Already.
But,
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna count
And
your
then
can it be
for
Bodhi?
wizard,
The sloth is-
does anyone think that the stick the giant had was a staff? No, I don't think so. I think it was one
No.
that sounded an alarm.
yeah,
that he,
it's an
inadvertently
alarm
broke.
of some kind.
Yeah, something tells me it
Yeah.
was just an enchanted stick. Like, God,
See.
what is that one spell? Warning?
If,
Yeah.
One
it,
that you
if
put
it
out.
wasn't, yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't
like
if,
a
if it
if an
wasn't
artifact broke, that shit would have been like catastrophic. I think we would have just died.
if it wasn't
Yeah,
for the
most
fact
of
the
that area would be
alarm-
gone.
I would have thought that it would have been like a magic nullification kind of thing. So like
Yeah.
when Will was gonna try to cast something at it, it would cancel it out and be like, no, nothing in my house, and like slap the spell away.
Hey, Dan, congratulations, man. He had his last
No.
graded flight on Friday. That's
Hey,
awesome. Congrats,
Oh,
man.
nice.
We should We should shoot this crystal and let the fluid flow out all over these items.
Yeah, to go ahead and put in perspective how powerful a magic item is when it's broken, the reason that
The
And
Black
this is
Dragon,
entirely
right?
this is
won
entirely
against
up
the dragon.
to speculation, mostly because there's no actual rules on this. It's just one DM's interpretation to another. My interpretation may be entirely different than another DM's interpretation.
Okay.
Go ahead. Keep saying it. You can finish
Oh,
what you're
yeah.
saying.
Just to go ahead and put it in perspective, when Horum's armor was destroyed by the dragon, it blew the dragon apart. Now, whether that's going to be the same in every game world is completely up in the air, but in this one, when you break a magic item, shit go bad.
So, Christy brings up a good question.
On a hypothetical note, if your character had to be stuck with only one other player on this campaign, who would it be? I think we'll start from left to right. So Pathos.
For me,
Yeah.
I would say Jerrod probably.
Okay.
Um,
Any reason?
Story-wise, I like where it goes. Very tied to the city. So having, I guess, two characters kind of enveloped in that would pull a lot of the I guess ideologies or a lot of the role play into that direction where it's like we both want a betterment of the city, just one's more corrupt than the other kind of thing.
All right. Sounds good. Klaus, how about you?
So I'm having a hard time deciding between Deia or Sunn. Deia, I think personality-wise, we probably mesh the best together. However, Sunn, in terms of usefulness, would be high on my list.
Okay.
Usefulness.
I like the idea of the utility pick. That sounds good. I can dig it.
I got a whole mark for you to jump bodies through.
Jerrod, your pick.
Are we asking like me or if Jerrod had to choose? Because if
Jerrod.
Jerrod had to choose, he would
Jerrod.
choose Klaus. Because he knows Klaus. He trusts Klaus. Me, I would probably say Sunn, because out of character, I would go for the utility.
Medic.
All right. Sounds good. Deia, how about you? Who's pretty much the most
I,
self-reliant individual in the game.
I was trying to wiggle my way out of this one with Christy, and I can't take the sloth, and I can't take myself. So I think I'd have to choose Klaus just because we agree on things a lot, and
Alright.
he's the least of a man of all the people here. Because from what I know, he's basically an elemental trapped inside a person's.
He's
inside a man's body.
basically he's too young to be like Sniper
Yeah,
and too old to get away with anything.
yeah.
I mean, that's also
Yeah.
not at all what he just said. He just said he doesn't really view him as a man because he believes his character is quite literally
The
an
lightning
elemental. They're
elementals.
devoid of gender.
He's an elemental trapped in a man's body, and that's a curse if you ask Deia.
Sure. All right, Sunn, how about you?
The tough one would probably be between Jerrod, and I would say Deia, depending on how awful Deia hates Sunn. But the reason for Jerrod would be the connection to the city, because he's still looking to set up shop in the city.
Right.
But Sunn would ideally go off on his own, and be an entrepreneur, sell potions.
Okay. All right, I'm going to take a moment here to call out some lurkers, the people that have been just chilling here and swallowing all of the airtime.
I'd like to make friends with Rook.
Delicacies,
He's a
what's
really
going
good
on?
litterer.
Argos Wolf, Anon. How you doing, bud? How are you? Edu Saito, Fozzie Man. I know Fozzie Man. Little Patches. Patches over here being super quiet. Marijuana. My real name is Blank. Ogma. Redpin's on the lurk. Red Runda. Roll Me One Kenobi's over here. Shinoyo. Stevo. Tiger Shadow. Unsolved Fate. Yeah, that looks like all the names that I'm unfamiliar with. I know that it's generally frowned upon to call out lurkers, but I want to let you guys know that this stream, it can't work without you. If nobody was ever here watching the D&D shenanigans, if nobody was here watching the Subnautica and the Shadows game, any of the things that we do here, this just wouldn't work. So thank you guys. Thank you, Fozzie and Edu and Little Patches. I appreciate you guys as lurkers. You don't ever have to talk. You don't. But I encourage it because I'd love to get to know you. I would. It makes a difference in the stream entirely, and it is nice to know that there are people out there that can care to make a difference, or at least talk. Sometimes there are days when it's challenging to do this. I mean, I'm sure that you watch other streamers, and not every day is bananas and dancing with toothbrushes, guys. It's challenging. But some days you have an awesome game like this one with all of my friends. I love these guys to death. I've been running with them for the last, what seems like forever. Like Red and Will, I've been streaming with them for the last 4 years, I think. And I picked up Any along the way, and Sniper and Ronald as well. So it's huge. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
Biggest regret.
Only sometimes. Only sometimes.
I've been stuck here for like 2.5 years now. How long has this game been going on? And then a couple months before the game
started. A while. Yeah, it's true. Well, Dan, I'm glad. I'll admit, I'm glad that you're here. I expressed some concern about a week ago to Teak. I was like, I think I did or said something to piss Dan off because I haven't heard from him. You know, he left Patreon. I think he hates my face. I did something wrong. Just sat working a lot here. Got lucky to get you guys online. I saw plenty of adventures, but time zones. Yeah. You're not wrong. I know that this isn't EU friendly or basically anything across the pond, so I can understand. And thank you. Thank you very much for coming out. I appreciate it. Feel free to follow or sub whenever you'd like. It means a lot to me, guys. We've got some goals here. We finally got partnered. I've got new emotes coming this way. I've seen 6 of the 11 that are coming. You guys should be able to see the sub badges, which are awesome. The 1 month is the coin. 3 weeks is the closed treasure chest. Or excuse me, 3 months is the closed treasure chest. 6 months is the open treasure chest. We haven't actually seen the year yet, but if you wanted to investigate to see what it actually is, you can click on the sub badges, and it will take you to see what the 1 year and 2 year look like. Do I have more in the works? When Twitch intends to make these available, the 2, 3, 4 year, they're going to be there. I've already got them taken care of, guys. I promise. I promise.
Oh man, I got to get the 2 year. It's a mimic.
Well, yeah. I mean, the mimic gets bigger. it keeps growing appendages. Like, it goes down the Dark Souls route. So it's definitely got really cool things about it.
Of course I got to get it.
I am currently working on finding an artist that will not plunder my wallet on bit badges, but I want to make the bit badges unique and awesome to this stream, much like the sub badges, and you guys are going to see some really cool stuff. Thank you so much for helping out and being awesome. There are some new awesome commands that are in the works. There's some awesome things that are around the corner. I've been putting a lot of time into this, guys. I don't want to let anybody down. So thank you very much, Steve-O and Edu, everybody else that's talked tonight. You guys are awesome. I love you. That's all there is to say to it, man. It's just I love you guys. I appreciate all the subs, all the follows, coming back all the time. I'm gonna go ahead and just give you guys a little bit of rep, just to kind of throw back and give everyone a bit of thank you. So here's 100 on me. Boom, bam. That's everyone out there. And we're gonna go ahead and if we'll take any last questions, and I'm gonna find someone for us to host. Sound good?
Sounds great. Man,
Hey,
everybody
no
is
problem,
doing Subnautica right now.
Subnautica is hot, dude. I'm telling you, it's super hot, especially since they said that there's actually end game.
Yeah, I mean, I see Churge doing it, and I thought I saw Bloody doing it earlier too.
Yeah, Bloody was playing it. I think half of my follower list is currently playing just that. Hey, Christy, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. And guys, since we use... Oh, shit, we can't go yet. We can't just go just yet. Sorry. We have to give out inspiration. How could we forget about inspiration? So,
Yes, I'm going to need that.
thank you very much, Christy, for putting Steve-O in the Bub Tub. Steve-O, you're officially a Bubscriber. Welcome to the Bub Club. Welcome to the Bub Club. You're awesome. Here we go. Let's make this so. So, tonight's MVP, player-wise, who do you guys think pulled their weight the most?
Xander.
I'm gonna say
pulled the
Jerrod
weight?
on that one.
Okay, you think Jerrod did?
Yeah.
Sunn, Klaus,
I'm gonna go with Pathos.
Pathos.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So Pathos is gonna pick it up. All right. Who had the most clutch roll of the evening? In your opinion,
Jerrod. The fucking the coin gave
yeah,
me Jerrod.
I would say that, like, what was it, the fourth one in a row or the third one in a row
Yeah,
for the tails?
I can agree to that. Jerrod picked up the clutch roll of the evening. Very good. Very good. And viewer vote. You guys get to decide. You guys actually get to decide right now. Who do you think was your MVP of the night? Was it Sunn and his shenaniganery, Deia and her hatred for men, Jerrod and his coin flip of justice, Klaus and, well, just about anything Klaus does up to this point, and Pathos with his infant stabbing, knoll maiming, giant foolin' ass? You choose. Jerrod and them coin flips. Alright, okay. The clutch net ones, yeah. Cheers
Well,
for
at least
the
you're not talking about the chromosome. I'll take the
Nice.
coins.
So I can catch a couple here and there. Christy, come on now. Christy. Come on now, Christy. Rock Coil.
Christy just wants us to go ahead and have those luck re-rolls.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Christy, thank you very much for putting Rock Coil, a.k.a. Steven, into the Bub Tub. Welcome back, Rock Coil. You're officially a Bubscriber. Welcome to the Bub Club. Now, do us all a favor. Oh my god, I have to leave now or Christy's going to run out of money. My real name is... Thank you so much for everything. I did read your message. Come back and see us anytime, guys. I truly appreciate it. You've got emotes. You've got a sexy badge now. Use them. Hold on to it. Please, more than anything, hold on to it. I want to see nothing but treasure chests in this chat. If I see a coin, that means they're new. If I see no sub badge, then they're definitely new. So let's make sure that this place is just loaded with booty, guys. I appreciate it. Love you faces. We are gonna go ahead and forward. No, don't speak up. It's a it's a trick.
It's a trap!
Let's go ahead and raid over to Jerrod. He's doing some work right now.
Christy's the mimic.
No, I've raided Jerrod recently. I'm gonna go ahead and hit DJ Tech. DJ's playing Sea of Thieves right now. He got into the beta.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah, we're gonna hop on over to DJ Tech. Guys, copy the raid command. Son of a bitch! Oh, alright, we gotta go. We're going. Guys. Christy is losing it. No, we're going right now. Guys, thank you again for absolutely everything. We're gonna go see him right now. She's on it again. Thank you so much. Edu, you're officially a Bubscriber. Welcome to the Bub Club. Hop up in the Bub Tub. Get yourself a Bub Scrub, but be wary. We got some sharks out here. Christy might be one of them. I heard she's down for butt poking. Okay, don't drop the soap. Be wary of the Bub Chub. Copy your command, guys. We're going to go over and show DJ Tech some love in Sea of Thieves. Thank you guys very much. I love your faces. Good night, folks. Peace.